Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Local Pundit. I'm Josh Anthony. This is your Wrexham news and update show for Wednesday, April 10th. And yes, we're army crawling through this, and we got Thunderlips himself, Ivan's in the house. Yes, if you don't know the Thunderlips joke, come on now. It's it's the ultimate male Thunderlips. Yes. How you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm well, my friend. You all right?
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all very, very good. It's all good. Getting ready to do a good show, or could be a shitty show. Who knows? Whatever. But it's live TV, so there you go. It's all good.
Exactly.
Exactly. John is first, by the way. Hey, first.
I know.
John's first.
Yeah. Hey, John. Hey, Nick. Yeah. Hey, everyone. The JB is in the house. Hello,
Chicky
everybody.
Brewer. My number one, Chicky.
Chicky's in there. Yes. Yeah, the legendary Chicky.
Yeah. Nick Donlan says, hey, Josh. And John, who's John? Oh, what? I missed Joe.
It's just rolling. Michael is in the house as well. Look at these handsome bastards.
Yeah, it happens fast. Yeah. Hey, guys. Hi, Aaron. John Randall's in there. Good day or evening for all. Yes, and Chicky Brewer, my first follow. Michael Starkey, you handsome bastard, dude. Mike Starkey, as long as you're product placement in about 15 minutes, we'll probably have something to say. If you want to get in the house, let us know. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it loose tonight. Obviously, yesterday was an amazing day. What's your thoughts? I know we spoke last night, had a little bit of a rise, but what are you feeling today, man? What are you feeling this Wednesday? And how was your day? How are you doing, man?
I am doing well. The rain is gray and rainy. I had a bunch of paperwork to do, so it wasn't all that fun. But today I caught myself thinking that I'm feeling comfortable now. I can stop thinking about what had happened the last game and why we did do this and why we didn't do that. And I just first time this season I actually felt like I think we got it under control. And I know it's a dangerous feeling, and I know, but that's the.
We just had one. What? Oh, hold on. Let me hold on here. Go on. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's wood. It's just I think I slept in it, and I kind of just came to a realization that I think it's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah. All gonna be okay. Yeah. My wife always says, my producer Ann says, "What if it works out? Like, what if it works out? Like, what if it works out? Yeah, Ivan's gone to the dark side. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He's always been in the dark side. We're just getting better here. By the way, Nick Hampson's all good. Nick, Chicky Brewer also says, hello, everybody. I think on my thoughts and processes, and I was on a super high yesterday because I felt like. Listen, we give props to Sheldon yesterday, and unreal what he did, and we're going to do more of that. And I have a couple things planned out that could come through that could make things really special for next season, wherever we are. But that was awesome, absolutely legendary. The smile on Sheldon's face, I sent it in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, you are missing out. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, God. Pure joy. So, and my face too, and seeing Parkinson, so awesome. But at the match, the first, we I don't want to rehash everything we talked about yesterday, but like the match initially, I felt going into, I thought the last game was get over the hump at the Hasselhoff pitch, but going into yesterday's game, I was like, I think the last game might have been the one like, okay, we can do this, And once the goals went in off Barney's face, I was like, okay, and then next goal, and then I was like, okay, cool. So going into FGR, I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Well, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna stop seeing things and talking about things that are not right. It's more of just the internal feeling of, okay, we're just overall picture becomes a bit more comfortable.
Sure.
I think going into FGR, we might. Parky's number one fan. Yeah. Going into FGR, I think we might run into a harder game that everybody thinks it will be. I hear people talking about 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, so on and so forth. I wouldn't be surprised if it's just going to be 1-0 or 2-1. It's because they are the most dangerous kind of opponent. They got nothing to lose. They might just surprises.
Yeah. The bottom is literally about to drop out. In fact, like it's looking that way. And a wounded, I hate to use animal, like a wounded whatever, is a dangerous one. And I think we've seen that the last month, by hook or crook.
Yeah.
And you said this, we keep saying we have the best players. And I think, do not shoot me with love, I think we have the best manager in the league to get us up in the situation we're in because of his record and why I put up there, keep pushing. And that was one of the focuses I want to put on here. And we can get to that. But I just feel like it's almost will rather than skill. He's going to will this thing. And we have great players. Like, I don't know. Does that make sense to you? Or am I just talking nonsense, which I usually do?
No, I understand what you mean. I would not
agree. Sorry.
Low Ivan's face. Yeah, I would not probably go that far to call Parky the best manager we can possibly have to do this, but you got to give him credit for getting the boys together. I guess if there is one thing that he is good at over these years, he had shown it time and time again that he does have his dickhead test in place for a reason. And it does seem like he actually gets a bunch of good people together, and it's sometimes it is actually more important than anything else. It's just having a shameless plug. Yeah, I'm hoping for a sponsor. That's what it's called. Yeah. So sometimes it actually matters more than everything else. It's just having a good group of people.
I think criticism is good, and you and I say that. I think we say it to each other more personally than anything else. Like we said earlier, if you're pleasing everybody 100%, you're doing something wrong. Period. End of story. If everyone hates you, you're doing something wrong. So you have to have valid criticism. But the reason why like keep pushing, and that's on the thumbnail. That's why Parkinson keeps coming up because he's a very integral part to this. And how it is. I think sometimes we forget, Ives. Like we're a League 2 team. Yes, we have League 1 or players and championship players. We're a League 2 team, and we expect a lot out of a League 2 team, and it's great support, But on Parkinson, I just feel like the job isn't done yet. I think he's going back and he's saying that, and I don't think he'll let them lose their feet and keep moving forward. Now, he's played 162 games. He's won 100. He drew 35 and lost 27. Here's why I know that. I believe behind the scenes, or I think, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I'm going to give you this out there to you, and I want to get to some of the. I see the chat going. We'll get to it. Mary Klein and everyone else, and Hughes, everyone, John and Ken. Get to those in a second. Here's why I think it was very interesting. You know what got lost yesterday, and somebody mentioned it. It was either Sean on the post 90, and I think about today. Steve Parkin did the post match. Now, it doesn't happen all the time. He had his 100th win, all that stuff. I think that's indicative of just like, it's not about me, it's about the team. Put him out there so I don't get asked about it, because I want the team to focus. What do you think about that?
I think you are not too far away from truth. 100 wins right now, they will not mean much if we don't get the next couple of wins, which are at this stage the most important. They're more important than the 100 before. So I think he did it just to keep the pressure off him, not to jinx anything, not to talk unnecessary, not to say unnecessary things. I think it's a wise move, to be honest, because there was really not so far. Honestly, there is nothing to talk about. There is, yes, the game was won. Yes, the result is good, but we haven't won anything yet. And if anything, imagine if we lose this next game for whatever reason. And then it makes it very, very interesting. So, I think Parky did the right thing there.
Yeah, Paul Mullin said something in the BBC. Paul Mullin, BBC. It was a tweet out. Here we go. This is 2 days ago, before we played the match. And I don't know if we spoke about this. I don't know if we. He said, and I'm going to bring it up here. By the way, Mary, before I do that, Mary Killen's in the house. If I'm saying that right, Killen, these lads are so talented. Let them go and win the last game and love a beautiful game. Absolutely. Hugh's in the house. What's going on, Hugh? Parkinson phoned me. You got the job. He needs more help in League One. Absolutely. Sign me up. Aaron, how you doing, brother? He's a member. Aaron is a member of the local pundit. You can always get your membership badges too. So get involved in that. We had 10 memberships go out yesterday. FGR are going to sit with 10 behind the ball and hope that we score a lucky goal. I hope so too. Nick is also in the house as well. That's what he's expecting. Aaron could be dangerous for us. Hugh is joking. Ken said he watched the last 2 game highlights. I don't think they will. They've been pressing. He thinks they're going to come out. We'll get to that. We have a couple days to talk about strategy here. Hugh, Mark Griffiths called me and wants you to moonlight him and Che. Okay, that's awesome. Top Cat says 4-0 on Saturday. Yeah, Top Cat, by the way, you said you want to do a show? Show's there. Let me pause right there, too. Kieran, my guy, I loved your tweets today, man, what you were putting out there. We support you. We're behind you, whatever you need, man. I know Ivan and I really care about you and what you want, man. We're here for you to support you, whatever you need, man. So just let us know. You're always welcome to come on. And, we know that Newport hasn't turned out the way it wants to be, but I'll tell you, you have a friend, myself. I know you have a friend, Ivan, and several other people in the comments as well. So you're always welcome here. And, feel free to watch out anytime. All right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Love the positivity, Top Cat. But sorry, I'm babbling on, but I don't know if you have any.
No, all good.
Yeah.
They quite often with us here, the chat is more important than what we say.
Yeah. We're just walking. Go ahead. Oh,
yeah, no, just talking again about Parky and the press conference. The fact that the coach stays away from a press conference after a big win like that, just I think highlights the fact that he understands that it's all on the players, really. So they are the ones who need to be praised and given flowers, but only when the job is done.
Right.
And I mean it in the nicest way possible, because you can coach and plan as much as you want, but they are the ones who are doing the job, and they don't need any other distraction right now.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And this is this is also true. By the way, Kieran, just FYI, thank you for that, my friends. You've got me literally honorary Wrexham fan to the end of the season. Yep, and you got friends in general, man. We're here for you, brother. And just whatever you need, you have my direct and Ivan's as well. So we're here, buddy. On that note too. So this is 2 days before, but this I thought was pretty cool. Paul Mulligan, we won't get ahead of ourselves. So this is part of it too, and that's why I keep pushing. I think the mentality is in there, and I don't know if this has come up. I don't know if people brought it up, and I don't give a shit, but we're bringing it up here. So this is on Tuesday, April 9th, kickoff. This is before the match. Hollywood, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't like the word Hollywood because
you live there.
This industry, and it's already ridiculous. But they asked him about, getting promotion and things like that, about celebrating and escaping the National League that season. But Paul Mullin warned, there's no point in talking about getting out of this league yet, because anything can happen. It is one game, let alone refusing to go 4 to go. This is before the match on Tuesday, right? I'm refusing to talk about it because until it's achieved, there's nothing to talk about, i.e., that's exactly what I was saying. Like, keep pushing. What you keep saying. Focus on ourselves. He goes on to say, it's not in touching distance. It's as far away as it could be. Nothing is confirmed until it's done. We won't be getting ahead of ourselves. Finish your dinner. Blah blah blah. North Wales. Who cares? But there's a couple things. I think they asked him about his. Wrexham had to come from behind the Colchester win. Mullin's effort and his century. This is about his century. People keep asking me about it, and now. And we can crack on and try to win games. Mullin said at the landmark at the stage of the season, it's just about winning games no matter how you perform. And he asked about Max, and for Max, who has been with the club at a very young age, it's such an important goal for him, and it's massive. So I like all of this. And taking out those quotes, what say you, my guy?
I say that the job is done when the job is done, right? So, and Mullin is one of those guys who actually knows that better than many, because he's the one who carries this team through right now. I think we have other strikers who had scored 1 goal in the last 10 games, I'm pretty sure, combined. Mm-hmm. So where I think he has to be very careful, and he is. At the same time, this game here can turn into you remember the Halifax game last year?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, everybody is super confident and sometimes overconfident about just winning this game and then one more. But look, it's football. Things can happen. So I understand why Mullin is so cautious and careful. And the last thing you want right now is any kind of bravado.
Yeah. And, I like this, what Hugh said, by the way. Parkinson and Parkin are a team. And Andy says hello. I think Andy is also in the Discord. Again, if you're not in the Discord, just a news and note thing. Somebody put in the Discord that they asked myself and Sean on the Red Horde to do a watch along for one of the other shows at the same time. I think Sean is going to take that on. Let me confirm that. I think it's the Mansfield game. I'm not sure what it is, but this came in earlier today about the shows. But I think Sean is going to be doing the multiple watch along at the same time. Yes, this is from Andy. Saturday's game. Any chance of you can also watch and comment on the Mansfield MK Dons game a little more at the same time while watching Wrexham, especially if we have a good lead over FGR. That'd be good to hear, and some additional details on the flow of the game while holding my breath, freshening the score. So I think that Sean at the Red Horde is going to be doing that because he and I spoke. If you don't know, Sean and I speak a lot, but I think he's going to be taking that on. But I'm going to the Saturday's game, and I think that is Andy in the chat. That's why I brought that up. Psych Soccer says, "Word up, everybody! Still beaming from yesterday's result." Oh yeah, we are. What else? A lot of chat coming in tonight. A lot of chat. So
I know. That's awesome to see. I also wanted to say that, look, talking about the FGR game, it really, like, people are talking about whether they're going to park the bus or they're going to be aggressive and going for it. It really depends on what they choose, because it's very tight down in the basement right now, and whether they want to try and get the point or points from us right now, or they want to play it safe and just keep the goal difference to a minimum, because the goal difference probably will matter too, and try to get points elsewhere, because I'm pretty sure the next games they play after, I'm not sure which ones they play, but it would be easier than us. That's for sure. So, it will be up to them to decide what they're going to do.
Yeah. And
how aggressive they want to be.
Yeah.
And would be amazing if Kieran pops in and talks about FGR.
Yeah. Dude, you are absolutely, and I'm going to put it out there. There you go. We had a bit of a plan tonight, but we're always deviating from the plan because, you know what?
Well, let's touch on that plan. And because I think Kieran can talk about it too a little bit.
Mary, and anyone else, by the way, anyone else, like literally anyone else can come in. Everyone is welcome on a local opponent. How many games did Mullin miss at the beginning of the season, and yet he still climbed to top 3 score in the League 2? I'm not sure. We're not. I think it's 4 or 5. I'm not sure, but Nick thinks it's maybe 8. Thinks it's maybe 8, and he says that's awesome. Maybe 6 or 7. But like you just said, secure promotion. Psych Soccer secure promotion this Saturday. Win over Jeffrey R. MK Dons, loss or draw, and I mean, there's options. I feel very confident. My one thing, and Matt Al brought this up, and I know I'm kind of shifting gears and running around a bit because it's our show. Is AO? Is he injured? Is there something there?
The fact that he didn't kick the ball all game long, or only once or twice, leads me to believe that either it was such a strict plan that he just plays short to the fullbacks, but then again you see the left and right backs actually just launching it long. I don't really know, man. I think there is a good chance that he might be suffering from something, and maybe we'll see. If it is true and if it is serious, maybe we'll give Howard one last hurrah. He deserves it a lot anyway.
He does do. Yeah, and guess what? We got other people in the house here.
All right.
Let me sort this out so we can get Aaron's face in here. No, that's not good enough. That's just not good enough. That's horrible. All right, here we're losing the socials, gents. Losing the socials. There you go. No, because no one wants to follow us anyways. Who cares, right? Who really cares? Welcome, you both. How you doing, you beautiful faces there? Who wants to go first?
Welcome, gents.
Go ahead, Karen.
Well, hello everyone. Good to be back. For updates, the trip was quite nice. Quite enjoyed it. Saw Dover's first win since like December, something along those lines.
Mhm.
They've won 4 games all season, and I've seen 2 of those wins, even though I've only been there for like a combined 3 weeks. There we are. But yeah, other than that,
Are they National League South or
National League South, yeah, they were confirmed relegated actually a few, the game before I went to, and I think another team have just been announced as relegated from that division. So there we are.
Sorry, by the way, just FYI. Sorry, good to see you. There's K-Rob.
Stacy? Stacy's happy to see you.
By the way, K-Knobs is Stacy. By the way, cat calls. Yeah, there you go. There's Chicky Brewers is K-Ron. Stacy, you're hilarious. You need to come on more often and have more peace and often. Yeah. Aaron, what's up, brother? Good to see you, my guy. How's things going?
Oh, things are going good, man. Having fun. Supposed to have soccer practice tonight with the kids. Got canceled, so had some weather issues. So been just
Indoor
watching-
training, buddy. Indoor
Dude,
training.
I wish I had a place. We would. But,
Well, you only need floor to do push-ups till you poop yourself.
hey, my kids did. My 2 boys did push-ups, sit-ups, and squats today. So they got a little work in.
Love it.
Stace, why don't you come in here too? By the way, you're calling out K-Ron. Just putting that out there because there's a lamppost here that needs to be walked into.
And we do have some bright lights here as well. So come on in.
Yeah. Kieran, before you get to you talking about FGR, I haven't heard Aaron's follow up on the game yesterday. What he thought. More importantly, what do you think about Sheldon getting recognized on the street?
Dude, tell me that wasn't the coolest thing ever.
Right?
He was so excited. That was so great. I made my day. He was so happy. It absolutely made my day.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing ever.
That's unbelievable. Kieran, did you get to watch that?
Yeah, I was
I
at work, so I was listening. I was listening, and I didn't get to actually watch the game, but it was the game itself was, I mean, it sounded. See, I didn't get to see. It just sounded like there for the first few minutes it was a little shaky,
Mhm.
And then, but once we scored, it was just like it was over. And then we, it seemed like we parked the bus for a little bit, but then we scored a couple more later on, and pretty well had it at hand after that.
Yeah. By the way, yeah, with local button, we'll be hiring on locals to be going and fulfilling the role of Sheldon for all the games next season. So putting it out there now, that's what we want to do. If anyone wants to be on scene every game, let us know. Reach out to me, DM me, and we can go from there. That's my shameless out. Kieran, what do you think, man? I know you guys, didn't live up to expectations yesterday, but what's your take on the status of, I hate to say Wrexham, are you okay? What's going on?
Am I okay? A question I've had to think of the answer for a little while, and I still can't give you one. I'll give you a rundown on FGR, I guess, because the less I have to talk about Newport, the better. By God, I wish we could close games down after scoring, but there we are. How do I be positive about Forest Green Rovers? Because there's not much of that. It's to put it in the kindest way, they're crap. Really useless. I've seen many of fans say they are. Well, as the usual optimist and the usual neutral, they are crap. And you can ask Forest Green Rovers fans; they will say this. From what I've seen from absolutely everyone that's ever commented on Forest Green Rovers, ever since they had those couple of wins against Walsall and Bradford, they set up way too defensively. 11 men behind the ball, don't create anything. Like, for example, when they played Stockport, not only did they not have a shot on target, they didn't register a shot, full stop. So nothing towards their goal. You look at the possession they had; it's all in their half, and that's very little anyway because they're not very good at retaining it either. So they seem to always set up in the intention of playing for a point, but in the new kind of the situation where they've been playing really difficult games, they played Stockport, they've played Crewe, and they've played MK Dons. They're not very good. They don't know how to manage things defensively. I know they had a manager change in January, which was, I say January, it might have been February. I don't bloody remember. I've lost track of time. But no, they just seem to have not adapted really well to being relegated from League One, losing so many players. And I can talk about how on paper they look all right. You look at Ryan Ennis, you look at Fantaki Dabo, he's playing in the Championship last season, but they've never been able to really utilise his abilities and his qualities instead of that. It's just, there seems to be a disconnect. If you would have seen when Troy Deeney was managing the club, he was talking about how useless everyone was and all this other stuff. So in typical fashion, this would be the kind of game you lose. But yeah, they're crap.
I don't even know what to go with that.
Did you want more tactical analysis from me?
No,
they're bad. That's all I've got.
I think you
from what you're saying. Yeah, from what you're saying, they should just never show up and just forfeit the game.
Actually, I think that might be a better scoreline because isn't it 3-0? Isn't it registered as a 3-0 defeat? I reckon it could be more than 3. I'll be entirely honest with you. When they concede first, they just crumble.
Fold.
That's all I've seen. So
you got a Peno in there. So you're saying they're craps is like soccer. Mary Killen says if as Robin Ryan said in Wrexham, if Americans are representing optimism and Canadians represent pragmatism, what are the Welsh? Jiminy,
I don't like Forest Green Rovers, so brutal honesty, I think, is what the Welsh are.
I'm going to pass that to Ivan because I've got nothing. I don't know shit. Although we just hired Stacey, a local pundit. She's in.
No, hold on. You should ask Welsh about that. Not me.
There you go. Or Aaron.
Yeah, there you go. Answer that, Kieran. Or
what are the Welsh? I don't know. Some of them are good at football. Some of them are crap.
Yeah. Yes, Ken. Aaron, how about your kids' soccer team? What?
Has my analysis blown you all away? My incredible tactical insight.
Sheep shaggers. Okay, that's all right.
Yes, we are.
I'm fully prepared to go for a 3-hour show tonight to make it go off the rails. I do not care. Aaron, what's PDF? Pretty damn effing what?
No, it's where I work at. Process development and fabrication. I'm a welder, so.
Oh yeah, good skill, man.
Cool,
yeah,
man.
Good skill. Off that, anything. So we're bringing up the Parkinson stuff. I'll try to have some organization. I was gonna pass to Ivan, but he said no, I'm not touching that unless he wants to. But on the Parkinson stuff, what say you about Parkinson and his milestone 100 victories, and about him not coming out to do their press conference afterwards? I think
cool. I didn't really. I kind of didn't put 2 and 2 together about the 100.
I like that comment. Good. I agree. Don't shut a bloody mouth.
Stace?
Actually, Aaron, sorry. What kind of welding do you do?
I actually do robotic welding, so I do a lot of programming robots. But then I also do some we'll do some regular hand MIG welding mostly. We
make a welding robot that shuts Stace's mouth.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, I don't think arc welding will hold her mouth shut for too long.
God. What? That one's out. All of them. All right. That's it. Stace, you got to come in and defend yourself. It's over. That is so mean. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I love Stace. I think she's great. I mean, oh God. and they're still laughing.
She was the one that said it.
Yeah, he
She was
started
the
it.
one
It
that
wasn't
said
that
it.
Cheeky bastard.
Hey, go check the messages. She said that she wanted her mouth welded shut. So I just
All I'm
agreed
trying
with
to
her.
do, Stacey, I'm trying to get you to join us. We need a girl. We need a girl in the mix. It's just it's a
No,
sausage fest.
Woman. We need someone to reel us in. I'll bring it back here. Mary Killen says, "What do you think Wrexham would get their first U.S. player? When do you think Wrexham would get their first player? And would you like to see that? Who would you like to see that?" Or Jesus H. All right. When do you think Wrexham will get their first U.S. player, and who would you like to see as that player? Okay. I don't know.
I don't know any bloody American footballers now.
somebody, I don't remember who it was, but I heard somebody talk about this, and I kind of agreed with them. I could see him holding off until we're at least in the championship, because if we make it there, if we get to the championship, because they would want to make it a big signing, and you're not going to get a big signing in League One. You know what I mean? Or League Two. So they're going to want to make a bigger, something that somebody that's heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's important. I mean, I'm not killing the question because it's a great question, Mary. Is it Marie or Mary? Because I'm not great. I'm not great at my pronunciation. I don't think it's important because I don't think it moves the needle. I think, and here's why I say that. To your point, Aaron, it's a great conversation. To your point, they want to get good players that they can afford. B, the United States players might be more expensive. They're all not that great. Josh Sargent, good shout up there, but he's not that great. But they're already. I would say this is the bad version. They're already popular in the United States. Okay, so and Karen, I'm sorry, I try to keep things in so you can keep your head in there. But they're already popular in the United States. They're getting more popular, but I don't know if that moves the needle on off the pitch. On the pitch, I don't know who that is. So that's my take.
Can you tell me who is that guy who plays for Crawley who's from the States?
Josh Anthony. No, it's not him.
I was just looking at him. I was just I can't think of his name off because I saw he did their interview after the game.
Yeah,
and I didn't know anything about him. I did look him up. He'd played at some USL teams, which kind of it surprised me because I figured he'd be a little higher up. But that was intriguing because we've been going to the local USL team here, Indy 11, and he played on Memphis. I guess it's called Memphis
Jeremy Kelly. Kelly.
He played in Memphis last year, so on their USL team. So I was intrigued by that. It surprised me actually.
By the way, that was shout out to Drew Does Whatever. That's all.
Yeah. No, I was surprised to find out that we had somebody in League Two from the States. So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, shall we talk about Parky a little bit? Because as much as I usually talk about him, this time around I do want to give him his flowers because even though the budget is there and all the opportunity is there, I think that it does take a talent for a coach to get a team of good individuals together and achieve one promotion and on the way to the second one. The fact that with all the little I guess or big drawbacks and shortcomings that he has, he definitely is able to build a character and the spirit of the team. So and I think lower league football actually relies on those on those qualities, just on the morale, a lot more sometimes than on skill. And we do have to give him credit. He keeps the boys in check. He's a mentor. He's a father figure. He's an old school motivator coach who commands respect. And bottom line is that looking at him in the documentary and during the press conferences and even talking to Sheldon the other day, he does give me an impression of a good guy. He seems like a good guy, like just a decent human being.
Yeah, I agree. I actually had some questions for you, Ivan, pertaining to Parky because I mean, because we've all seen some of the problems that or at least our perceived problems on the pitch, and so I've been trying to find like, because obviously, you know, some of the long ball stuff. I mean, when you're watching it, it's like this is obvious. This isn't working. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, but he's telling him to do this, and he's not an idiot. You know what I mean? The guy's not dumb.
No.
So what I was gonna say, I've been watching a lot of championship this year or the last few weeks. I've been watching a ton of championship football, and one thing I've noticed is there is a lot of long ball football in the championship. The difference is they're good at it. So, do you think as we move up the levels, it may get better with Parky using his tactics with better players?
Well, look, I don't know if you remember during the last watch along, me and Josh actually spoke about a long ball, which technically was a long ball delivered by Stash, and I said that this one was different. It was not a high standing spray and pray kind of a long ball. It was more of like a Scud missile. It was like a cruise missile going. So that is the difference. Exactly. It's a long pass. So when the long ball turns into a long pass and you actually have an idea behind it, you're not just hoping for a win of a second ball. That is a different story. If you remember the famous Roberto Carlos corner flag to corner flag long ball pass, that pass went down into history of football. I don't know if you guys in chat or Kieran or Josh, if you know the pass I'm talking about. When Roberto Carlos was playing for Real Madrid, he delivered a long ball pass from his corner flag on the left-hand side all the way diagonally to the right side. And that was one of the most beautiful things in football ever. So when you actually plan for it and you have preparation play in place, long ball can be very effective. On the other side is, we spoke about it too, when you give the ball to Max Kluweth and he sends a spray and pray long ball 9 times out of 10, it becomes very ineffective. When a long ball is played 1 in 20 times and catches everybody by surprise, that is a different story. When you choose things, when you do things like attract the opposition player to a certain area of the pitch, overpopulate that pitch on person, and then you change the point of attack and you switch the play with a long ball pass to another side, that long ball works. So all we're talking about here is tactical use of a long ball and how does it incorporate with other elements of your game. So long ball is not always the sign of desperation. Absolutely not.
Right.
But when you are continuously predictable and inaccurate with it, and you literally just hoping for somebody like Palmer to get his head on it, that becomes very ineffective. But the reason why Parky's playing that, it's safe. So the reason why he's doing that is that we get this ball as far away from our goal as possible.
Right.
It's safe. That's and that is a simplistic lower league football.
Yeah, that makes sense. That was one thing. Like, I literally just before you guys came on, I started watching I was watching the end of the Swansea game, and Luke Williams there now. And it was funny because even they were playing a lot of long balls tonight, and they won 3-0. And it was, it was just funny because watching it, and you're thinking, Luke Williams, you're thinking build from the back, pass through the middle, how the Notts style football. It really didn't look anything like Notts County. It was interesting. I mean, a little bit. They did do it. Once they got up, they did play a little more of that possession type football. But they were early on. They were long balls down the field, but they were good at it. That was the thing. Like, they were putting them onto players who were able to get the ball, control it, make a move, make more. Get more attacking out of it than where we just kick it up to Palmer and it bounces off his head and we turn it over. They haven't, and
did you see
do it all over again.
That he's talking about where we missed all the balls. Kieran, did you see how great it was this year? Were you watching?
I was watching, unfortunately, Newport, and that was probably the worst decision I've made.
Just put it right back
You
in his
know,
depression, why don't you?
Trying to tease
Shut
you.
up! Shut up, Josh.
oh Josh, was I watching nice, pretty football? No, I was watching quite the opposite.
I tried to tee him up. I watched the highlight. Here you go. I'll be Kieran. Somebody asked me the question. Go ahead. Aaron, ask me the question. Go ahead.
Oh, what was the question? What did you watch? What were you? Did you watch the game? What were you watching, Josh?
Oh yeah, listen. I was watching Newport, and it was awful. But then I watched the highlights of Wrexham, and it was so good. I actually went out and bought it.
No, I chose to watch the Newport highlights twice. I put these things on myself. I only did it because I'm not going to go on a rant, but by God, EFL officials actually need to get in the bin. They're so bad.
By the way, Ruby Slippers in the background. Should we give Karen a 30? I will count out 30 seconds for you to have the total rant. Go ahead. You want it?
I'm only going to talk about the officials because Darren Drysdale is the most useless pile of crap. Get your timer out.
Go. Hold on.
Darren Drysdale is the worst official of all time. So, few things he has done during Newport 1, Crawley Town 3. Not Crawley Town, Accrington Stanley 3. Bloody God. Few things he has done. Our keeper, at 3-1 down, has taken a collision and he's got injured. Darren Drysdale's tried to play kickoff, not even noticing that our keeper is down and injured in the box. Smart of him, right? We score in the 92nd minute to make it 2-3, whatever you want to call it. The linesman and the ref walk back to the centre circle. There's no call for offside. It's all said, oh yeah, it's all good, it's all fine, it's going to count. You can then see Darren Drysdale walking back up to the linesman and asking if it was onside. There's VAR in League 2 now, and apparently no. Apparently VAR exists in League 2, which I didn't know was a thing. And then final thing, bear in mind, I'm missing all the offside calls that he missed and all the handballs and all of the stupid crap that he's missed. The worst thing about it, he sent a player off of ours in the 94th minute because apparently his studs were up. His studs were down, and then he's proceeded to be fought by some form of Accrington player, and he's retaliated and got sent off for it. No Accrington player got punished for it. I don't understand how officials can't ref games properly. Like, you get paid to do this. If you're giving offsides and missing handballs and missing throw-ins and whatever, for us, at least be consistent and do it on the other side. I don't understand. It's always been this bad, but this was the worst. And then I don't even want to talk about the football because we're crap. You remember we were talking a few weeks ago? About Wrexham being very standstill, very static, not moving around very much. And I was talking about, oh yeah, Newport, we're moving around, being nice and flowing, giving options. We don't do that anymore. Apparently, we've taken a note out of the book from Parkinson's football about 2 months ago. Nobody runs, nobody moves. We're relying on our striker to beat about 7 players. I don't understand. What? We were talking playoffs 5 games ago. We've lost 5 in a row. We haven't done that since 2017, where we survived on the final day. I've never seen a football team dissolve so quickly. I don't understand. I just can't be bothered. Anyway, so how was the Wrexham game? Was it nice? Was it fun? Yeah, good on with that.
It was fucking lovely. I brought Ruby Slippers to make you feel better. No camera because she's working. And,
yes, no, I really would like to spend a couple more minutes with Kayron, and I hope you all appreciate my red screen. It's some hot pink duct tape, and when I saw the effect versus just the black screen, I thought, well, clearly this is the answer. If I'm going with a no vid.
Why no picture? What? Or are you on?
Yeah,
where are you?
I've got some things in the work, but maybe you'll see them soon. That's not plastic surgery or anything quite that exciting. But, so, hey, Ron, buddy. So I'm going to date myself. And as you were speaking, I found myself struggling, with all respect, because you're a man, right? And you have passion and some real grit for, your team. And we, of course, adore you for being an outstanding human being. Did you ever watch The Never Ending Story, or have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I have not watched it.
It's okay. Some people listening will have seen the film, because when I was trying to find something so fucking cute, like so cute, Falcor is this flying dog that's like a feathery dragon dog, and he's smart, but he's so cuddly. And you could fuck people up, right? But if Falcor were ever upset and angry, I feel like that's what I was just watching. Like, what the hell in the world happened that made our K-Ron go down to these depths? So
We've lost 5 in a row. That is
There's Falcor.
We're feeling for you. I recommend if there's a film to be uplifting, that could be one for you to explore. Just make sure you hang in to the end. There are some dark moments. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. But yeah, so to see
the horse died. The fucking horse died.
Shut up. Spoiler. My God. So, hang on.
He's ruined
it. No, there's a lot more to it.
It's a terrible movie. Don't watch.
There's you know what? Everyone
Josh,
with a
please,
beard,
you've ruined it.
quiet right now.
Go.
Everyone with a beard can just hush. Anyways, Aaron, you're having a tough day. We appreciate you. I'm so excited to get to see you tonight. I know that you're going to take some steps back and focus on some other things in the coming summer. But, good to see you. We volunteer our team and our journey for you if you want to feel a little better.
I've decided I'm an honorary Wrexham fan
you
until
absolutely are. You
April
absolutely
Because your team died a little bit just like the horse.
Our team
You
died
are
like
such an
the
ass. Oh my God. All beards. Hush. Josh, mute them. Anyways, K-Ron, I wanted to give you some acknowledgement for your struggle, and I respect you, and you're great. Now I'll deal with the beards. But since
thank you very much.
you're welcome. Hope to see
Just
more.
let me know when I can come back. All right, about 2 minutes, right?
Mm-hmm. So, is Starkey in the house? Do I need to touch on WrestleMania?
Oh, WrestleMania was great. It's fantastic.
I saw your thoughts on that, which is, you're great. You're great.
I haven't watched wrestling for a while, but I decided to watch that event, mainly because I have an awful school schedule. And it was good.
I thought that guy with the glasses and the sparkle hat, the cowboy dude in the third row, formerly known as, Randy Savage. I thought that dude was the one from the 80s when I was a kid. Apparently that gentleman has passed away, and that's a really good cosplayer. So there were a lot of decades that I smashed through real quick with those laser light show, and it was something. It was something, but we'll skip over it if Aaron doesn't have something to say, or Kieran. I mean, I know you liked it, Kieran. I saw what you said online, but
if I say something about WrestleMania, it'll be horrible.
Oh, that's
so I'll just not.
Go.
It's not.
Were you disappointed in the bloodline ending? I was.
No, I didn't watch it because it's horrible.
Better things to do? Yeah. Okay.
Horrible.
But if
I'd rather watch the dog or the horse die than watch WrestleMania.
Y'all, I'm gonna get you back for this someday. I'll remember these. All right, moving on. Josh is trying to make it seem like this is all my fault. Just by
he definitely is. He's checked out.
Off the screen. Okay, so is anyone interested in hearing about this Welsh fellow that has signed with the Kansas City Chiefs? He was a rugby player. Anybody heard?
Rees-Zammit.
Okay, say that again for me, Kieran, because I was going to say Louis Rees-Zammit.
It is, yeah. That is his name.
Otherwise known as LRZ, and we know Josh loves a nickname. Plus, that would
Can I come back in? Or no, I was just changing over to the laundry. Doing a little laundry.
Yeah, I bet you were. Mm-hmm.
Lies.
gotta wash your hats for next week. Okay, so a rundown on LRZ. So, as I mentioned, he's Welsh, 23 years old, was born in, probably going to brutalize this, Penarth, Wales. But at least it's phonetically, written like that. 6'3", 194. I don't know if you've seen this guy, but he is absolutely built, even for an NFL player. I don't know what his body fat ratio is, but he is thick, but lean. That doesn't sound like it should be like it should be oxymoronic, but I don't think it is once you see him. So he has been recorded in speeds in a match. So rugby, okay, we're still talking rugby now.
Oh,
24.2 miles per hour in a game. And then when he was at the NFL Pro Day, his 40-yard dash was 4.44 seconds. Formerly a rugby union player. For those who don't know, there is union rugby and league rugby, but he is of union. Played as winger for, help me with this, Kieran, Gloucester, of course. How did I miss that? He's had 32 caps for Wales, which, like in football, means appearances, and has scored 14 tries, which, if you don't follow rugby, is kind of like a touchdown. He was featured in what is season 1 of a Netflix documentary, Six Nations Full Contact. So if anybody wanted to check that out and maybe get some background, certainly the Wrexham fans have soft spots for sports documentaries. It might be a good place to start getting some background and personality on him. So in January, he joined the National Football Leagues, meaning America's NFL, International Player Pathway Program. Before he signed with the Chiefs, he stopped by the Jets, Broncos, and Browns. So it doesn't mean that he didn't make an informed choice. He shopped around a bit and landed with us here in Kansas City. And it was in March, just last month, that he signed. He's going to be running back. His number is going to be 9 on the back of his jersey.
I forgot you're from Kansas.
I heard. Now hold on.
I've got more, but go ahead, Aaron.
He said he's going to play running back.
That's what I have.
Oh, I heard he was going to play center, guard, and tackle. Center of the bench, guard the water bucket, and tackle anybody comes near it.
The beards are on fire tonight, aren't they?
Yeah. By the way, Stace off the bed, working 4 hours. Stacy.
Love you, Stace.
Bye, Stace.
Sorry, missed you.
Okay.
Moving on. By the way, some of my references were Google, Wikipedia, but also Wales Online and some other things if I need to be, vetted. So the Chiefs' official post when they signed LRZ on their X or Twitter account got 4.7 million views. For context, that is 600,000 more views than their first post after the last Super Bowl win this year. So very, very interesting to not just the Chiefs Kingdom, as they call themselves, but to the wider viewing public. And maybe a few of those were Welsh viewers.
Oh, I know. Okay. All right. So let me just pause.
Are you just now figuring out who I'm talking about?
Yeah. And here's why.
I can tell.
Here's why. Sorry, everyone. Here's why. Look at this fucking handsome guy.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? If he wait till you hear about his contract, Josh. Otherwise, he would be going to Hollywood.
Ruby slippers. Okay. Yeah. Now I get it. Where's the photo? There you go.
Well, it's not because he's pretty. Just see him like in action. He's been on the field. He has an Instagram and stuff. But I love rugby, and he's not why. But he's a classic example of why I like rugby, because you watch refrigerators sprint like cheetahs across the field. There is no fitness like rugby fitness to me, though I know Ivan swears that hockey is the pinnacle. And who am I to argue with Ivan's biceps?
Oh, my God. Well, Ivan's biceps are pure protein. Okay, this all makes sense now.
Right?
He's super handsome.
Well, yeah. Yes, that's what's powering him. They signed him because he's pretty and that face. Maybe they won't have him talk a lot either. Moving on. So he has a 3-year contract
What did I do? What did we do?
When
here?
he was with Gloucester,
Gloucester.
right? Yeah. When he was with Gloucester, he was making £225 per year. And you can do the math on USD on that. But now his 3-year contract, he's making £712,000 a year, Kieran, which translates for American viewers to 900,000 USD per annum. If you want to check him out,
That's league minimum, isn't it?
you know what? Possibly, but it's an impressive
think
almost double wage increase for the dude. So
can I just give context real quick? So you messaged me about this guy earlier. I did not do any research because I thought, there was something about the women's team. I thought, but now I understand.
Yeah, fully. Lewis, our guy Lewis for the women in Wales.
Okay, and I mean, you got young Tom Cruise on rugby on the football show. I get it. I mean, there you go.
Oh my God. I really appreciate you diminishing this accomplishment, this big crossover from one sport and a country we love to the Kansas City area where I can do your plug to him being a pretty boy. Thank you. That doesn't diminish any of the women fans at all. But as I wrap this up, I don't have a whole lot of NFL context, so I appreciate what you were saying, Aaron. If that is in fact some sort of minimum, seems like a good starting place.
Sounds close. It's close
for somebody who could be considered somewhat risky, despite the skill set, to be integrated. But a few of the videos, of course, that I've seen look decent. But it'll all depend on what happens on the field.
Ruby Slippers, can I just put this out to you? And this is the reason why the show calls a local pundit is because we're happy to do stuff on. Like we can do watch-alongs for football on here too.
I'm only doing this because I thought you guys would find it interesting. I mean, the Discord has an NFL
No, it's a gridiron gang. It's gridiron gang.
Yes, which usually means American football. Was I wrong?
Right.
Okay,
right.
So I'm almost. I swear to God, I'm just trying to say that for training camp will be in St. Joseph, Missouri, which is not. It's probably about more than 30 minutes. So less than an hour, though, from Kansas City, if people were interested. That's July 23rd to 17th. I don't know what's involved with getting tickets. There's a small university there. They use that stadium. We don't have a schedule for games for the 24-25 season for the Chiefs yet, but NFL season starts September 7th. So I don't know what pregame or preseason games he would be at. But, yeah, so we got a Welsh guy to keep tabs on here in Kansas City. I remember during the Super Bowl, some of my Wrexham friends asking me, so is there a Welsh guy on the Chiefs team? And I had to, at the time, regrettably respond that no, there wasn't. But this year there will be. And I think it'll be exciting to see how he adapts. And as you saw, he's not hard on the eyes. So he's probably going to be a massive sensation. And that's what background I had for you for context.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And he is quite handsome. Should we go around the room and Ruby Slippers, you're going to do your own show on the local pundit, and it's going to be dedicated to the Chiefs. Is that cool?
No, it's not, because that's a lot of time for something that I care so much less about than Wrexham. But if you ask me to occasionally do, I will do what I can, to earn my keep on the show.
How about you and K-Ron do a show on Newport? You guys do it together.
Well,
No,
K-Ron
I'm
will do
just
the
going to
show.
be.
I'll do the emotional support.
Yeah, that's about all it would be.
Oh my God! Probably the
You
most.
remember that song that you used to do for Ben Foster, Rocking All Over the World, but you'd say Super Ben Foster and gold instead?
No, sing it. I don't remember that one. Please
I'm
sing
not singing it.
Yeah, go ahead,
You're not
sing
getting any.
I
It's not. If you would have asked me
You
this
got
a few
this.
weeks ago, I have replaced the lyrics with "Here we go, Newport's lost 5 in a row." It's going to be 6 probably come Saturday, but yay, football!
Look,
Fun.
K-Ron's in a dark space.
Kieran, there's always next season. You'll be all right. You're not going to get
No,
relegated.
there isn't. No, part of me, I was talking about this earlier, part of me wishes it was National League because I'm fed up of bloody Walsall and everyone else, and they're all boring. Nobody's fun. Just crap.
Well, but you're fun, and your success and your merit and your charm are not tied inherently to your team, dude.
K-Ron,
is
you
why
don't get
you're
it from
hanging out.
anywhere else. I can't even get it from my wife to tell me that. She's like, listen to all this. This is all good stuff. You're like Back to the Future.
I don't know that you should expect the same treatment, Josh, but K-Ron, deserves and needs it right now. He's having a tough day.
Yeah.
I've had a tough 4 weeks of supporting football, so
That's coming
at least
to
I'm here. Where a team's doing well for once. Because first it was Wales men's, now it's Newport, and actually, you know what?
But we're still
I'll put
Wales
the
women.
very small bits of positivity. There's very small silver linings of positivity within the world of good football, especially in Newport. Newport City. You're going on a different tangent now. Newport City, team I do media for in the Ardal South East Division, which is Tier 3 of Wales, have won something along the lines of 8 in a row. They're unbeaten in about 14. This is in the league. And they are third, 2 games or 3 games in hand on the team in second place, and they're only 2 points behind them. They've got a cup final in a few weeks. And turns out, searching about Matt Green, because we had to talk about him a little while ago, he did play for Newport City. I don't know why it hasn't been updated on the Wikipedias or on Transfer Market or anything, but he played something on the lines of 12 games, and to my knowledge, he scored about 11 goals. Quite impressive. He's now gone to Eastbourne Borough in the National League South or something, I don't bloody know, but he's doing well there, and there's a potential that the team that I've done media for will end up this season winning a domestic double and getting promotion to the JD Cymru Premier South or whatever the second tier of Wales is. There's that, and then there's the Welsh women who won 6-0. They won 6-0. Was it yesterday or the day before? I don't bloody remember. But
for me too.
yeah, against Kosovo.
Kosovo, yes. The most recent Croatia before that. Ukraine is next. I think May 31st or so.
Something along those lines.
For me.
There we are. Despite the fact that Newport, I generally do not think will get another point before the end of the season. Despite that, we can't mathematically go down or up anymore because we've lost 5 on the bounce, if I haven't mentioned already. But the Welsh women and Newport City are doing well, so we'll take that, and I'll take that to the grave as the memory of this season. And I don't know, we played United or something. I don't know. That was back when I was happy.
Throw some red roses on the casket of that, so that you're able to close it and find some peace and start the grieving process.
Sure.
Start the grieving process of a season where we were 2 points off of playoffs, nearly got very close to actually getting a result against Man United. We beat you, we did all this other nice stuff, and now we're crap and we can't beat Colchester.
Well,
I was talking earlier about how bad Forest Green are? Convinced we'd lose to them. We're the only team in the league with worse form than them.
Well, as we know, that's football, and that doesn't necessarily predict, but you got to work through the feelings, and you've been really committed. So it's tough to take and process, but you'll overcome it, and your team will bounce back, and there'll be new hope on the horizon. So don't be
against Walsall again.
Louis Z. Muhammad is like super handsome.
Rees-Zammit, thank you.
Yeah.
So, K-Ron, if you put on a hat, I'm convinced that immediately some optimism would leach into you.
Do I have to grow facial hair as well?
No,
I've been trying. Doesn't happen.
We draw the line somewhere. But the hat might help.
Yeah.
I don't think. No. Maybe I should have wore a hat. Maybe this downward spiral wouldn't have happened.
K-Ron, you come back on the weekend after Wrexham get promoted after FGR?
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, back to the actual relevant thing that this stream was supposed to be about. I know Stockport, if they win on the weekend, they'll go up, but they're like 1 point off a guaranteed promotion anyway, so they'll do it. In that same context, are you 4 points off guaranteed promotion? That relies on, of course, Mansfield and Milton Keynes also winning. Aren't you 4 points or so off of automatic promotion, which, not bad.
So
at
yeah,
all.
we are 4 points off the guaranteed promotion no matter what. And if Mansfield and MK lose points on Saturday, then if we win, we are promoted too. As far as I understand, that's the deal.
Yeah, I mean, there you are. You can't have isn't it? Yeah,
Well,
it's because
Mansfield plays Milton Keynes.
Yeah, it's because isn't
we
it because
need-
Milton Keynes have played a game extra over you or something along those lines? So isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Then shouldn't it be that if you win on the weekend
Yes.
and Mansfield win against Milton Keynes, you'll go up?
Yes,
No,
and technically,
if they drop as well,
we
get
have
it,
to
can't
win.
they? But
And technically, Barrow has to drop points also because
Barrow's
they'll drop bloody points.
mathematically they can still, if they win every game, they got 5 left, and that's why.
Yeah,
But,
they post. Apparently, they're scared of playing Bradford. They've had it postponed twice now.
Yeah.
The topic was Ken, that the guy that the Kansas City Chiefs is handsome, and
Rees-Zammit. He was really, really good at rugby as well. He was really, really good at rugby, and he was one of the poster boys, if you want to put it that way, of the next generation of Welsh rugby talent. And now he's gone to play American football, which is
barring injury, hopefully he'll have himself a decent career. But I'm going to get a clicker so that every time Josh comments on LRZ's beauty, I'm going to hit it. So each time that you stream, I'll have a total to give at the end of it of how many times he's fangirled on LRZ. Which is healthy, and
it's going to become a regular thing now.
I think it might.
He is the Atreyu of the Kansas City Chiefs.
That is fair. If you tied 3 Atreyus together plus the horse, you get LRC.
Just revealed yourselves. Okay. Hour and 7 in. We went on Saturday, MK Dons lose or draw. People aren't leaving. I mean, they're still here. So if anyone, I'm enjoying all of this.
Which is the gentle way for me to bow out, since I can't see what's happening in the chat section. But thank you.
They said Ruby Slippers. They said send pictures and a diagram. So of of this guy. That's what they're asking for sure.
Like his measurements.
Yeah, all of it. Just DM and just like till there. I know. Please do.
Yeah.
Next time you're coming on full stop, and we're bringing Stace on. Yes.
Sure.
Oh,
Ruby Slippers, you come on this weekend as well? During the week?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right.
No, thanks for having me tonight. I know it's short notice. I was catching up Discovery, Star Trek Discovery last season 5 came out, and I realized I'd missed the first 2 episodes, so I was stuck in that. And Action Saru. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's fine.
Get to the Discord. Ruby Slippers is involved in there. It's awesome. And her new man crush is Louis Rees-Zammit.
No, McLean.
I'm convinced that's your new man crush at this point.
Nah, I've got James McLean for a man crush. This pretty boy is not going to displace him.
Over Geo?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's not just that, he's a handsome man. It's, his conditioning, it's his discipline, it's his adherence to principle. He's a family, and the way, yes, he's cheeky and he can dish it out, but when he doesn't let himself get upset, the balance with which he can dish that shit, just.
By the way, producer Ann agrees with you. She's not into Geo, so she's got good taste in men.
Anne's got incredible taste. I mean, including you on a good day.
She's going to Argentina on Sunday. So,
good time. I hope she has some nice wine.
She will. All right, we'll wrap it up in a little bit. All right,
have a great night, guys. Good to see you. Keep me waving.
See you later.
Bye, Ruby.
Bye-bye.
Dude,
Hey, I've got a question.
This is the first one I've come back
Got
to.
it. Go on, Eric.
I'm convinced the rest of them have been normal.
I've got a relevant question.
Why?
Shoot.
Why? Okay, this is something I've been wondering because I don't know. Do teams, let's say crew, okay? Let's say they're set in the playoffs. They can't get it. They're not going to be able to get to the autos, and they can't fall out. Will they rest players prior to the playoffs?
Probably not.
Like would teams do? Is that something teams would do? Because I know, like in the
Well-
NFL, teams will possibly maybe there's a couple games left. You're already wrapped up. You can't get any better position. So you rest your starters so nobody gets hurt. Going into the playoffs. Is that a thing? Or is that?
It will be, to a degree. There's a few things that go into it. So, in your analogy, are they rooted to a certain spot in the playoffs? So, of course, from playoffs, you've got fourth to seventh. Are they rooted to either fifth or sixth? Are they rooted to either one of those positions, or can they push up to fourth?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked out their points, but I know they're going to be. I think if they win Saturday, I think they're almost. I don't think they can fall out of the playoffs, but maybe they could improve their positioning. So maybe they would play. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, the positioning in playoffs, it's very similar to. I suppose it's in one way or another. It's quite similar to how the National League worked. So, fourth plays seventh, fifth plays sixth. You have a home and away game. I don't know what the points look like, but it does look like, in terms of automatics, you've got Stockport, yourselves, Mansfield, and then you talk Milton Keynes. They're the four that can get into the top three. You'd imagine the other one will go into fourth. So let's just say the max crew can get its fifth. They'll probably rest players because the reality is they will have a home and away game against whoever finishes in sixth. You'd imagine maybe it'll be, Barrow or someone along those lines. Right. It won't affect how the games go in playoffs, and those games very similar to I can talk Newport. Our season's done. We have nothing to play for. No chance going down. No chance going up. So they'll probably make rotations to make sure that no players will get injured in the run up to playoffs, and everything's a very long-winded answer. But yeah, they'll probably make rotations should they win and guarantee themselves a playoff spot.
Let me ask this: in the playoffs, how does it work? As far as I know, you play a home game and an away game. What determines which game's first? Whether you play the home, does the higher seed play home second or home first? Or
so second versus seventh, not second, fourth versus seventh play. The team in fourth get home leg first, and then fifth versus sixth, the team in fifth get home leg first.
Okay, so the higher seeds or the better seed gets the home leg first. Is that kind of perceived as an advantage, or because to me, I don't want to play the second leg at home. I think
I suppose it's an advantage in a way, isn't it? Because if you can't win at home, you'd argue, can you win away? But I don't know. It's interesting, and I don't really think, other than the fact you've got fourth versus seventh, you can talk there's potentially a quality difference in it. But especially in the fifth versus sixth, I don't see why playing home first or second really matters. It confuses me.
Yeah. John explains goal difference, especially how it's calculated and it's effective on team stats for those of us who have only been around for a couple of years. Goal difference is, Ivan?
Goal difference helps when teams are tied on points. Then the next parameter looked at to decide on the placing in the table is the goal difference. So the team with better goal difference will go above.
it then becomes really confusing. If somehow these goal differences are tied, it then goes to goals scored. If it's somehow tied, then it goes to
Amount of wins.
It goes to form against. Is it form against each other? It goes to next.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Or amount of wins.
Yeah. Is it total amount of wins? I do not remember, because I know in the Premier League the way it's working is goal difference, goals scored, then it's records against each other.
Yes, that's right. And
away goals against that other team, and then it goes to somehow if all of those end up matching up.
So
if those all match up, they then play a head-to-head game. So there's like a 1 in 500 billion chance that would ever happen.
And as unlikely as it sounds, that had happened before.
So
like, things happened when they had to decide on. I'm pretty sure it went down to the amount of wins.
Yeah. So goal difference. See right here. I don't know if you can see it, John. So let's just make an example here, real quick. All right. So let's say we're on 79 points here, and Mansfield Town are on 76. Let's just say they had 79 points. They have a better goal difference. They have a plus 38 goal difference. We have a plus 27 goal difference. If we're both tied on our on our points, they would be ahead of us in the table because they have a better goal difference. So if that makes sense, there you go.
Was he asking how it was calculated? Is that
what takes precedence? What's more? How is the placing decided?
The way you always look at it, especially when you looked at it in terms of how we could have seen League Two end if, all teams had been consistent and all this other stuff. A better goal difference than your opponent, especially again in this league where it was so tight for so long, you look at a 10 plus goal difference on your on the team contending with you or the team below you. You may as well count it as an extra point because they're not going to catch up to you. And if you kind of just keep neck and neck, you'll win it out of goal difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it was confusing to me at the start, but it's that's why I look at, like, for lack of an example, for the United States, when the NFL went to ties, makes no sense. Like they should be on a point system for sure. They're on ties, but I know but it doesn't make any sense. But yeah.
Well, that's why, for example, NHL stepped away from ties a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because it is easier if it's a win or loss.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome, John. But John is a member. If you're not a member yet, get involved. Become a member of the local pundit. You can get some early doors, private stuff that's happening. But we're growing. It's fun, and John is a member, and so he's asking good questions, and we're all here. And Psych Soccer is in for the first time tonight, by the way. Don't bother with the playoffs. Exactly.
Josh, are we streaming on Twitch now as well?
We're on the Twitch, X, and YouTube. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and YouTube. All right, I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Unless anyone else has something else to say. Aaron, you kids got practice tomorrow? What's going on? I know
No, we got hopefully we're supposed to get a bunch of rain this week. I'm hoping we can practice Friday because our first game's Saturday. So I need to get one more practice in before our first game. I'm trying to implement Coach Ivan's stuff. Ivan, my secret weapon, and I've been getting rained out practices and stuff, and it's killing me. So,
do you guys have like indoor? Do you have a basketball court somewhere you can hire, or something like that?
Not easily. The only thing
not
we
easily.
have is the schools, and like the baseball teams are always using them right now. When it's raining, the baseball teams steal them. So it's hard to get it last minute like that. You know what I mean?
Where are you at, by the way? Sorry,
I'm in Indiana. In Indiana, Rockville. It's a real small town called Rockville. Small town.
Yep.
So there's not a lot of options.
Call Ivan. He's up at 3 a.m. He'll be up. He'll help you out.
And I will, brother. If you call me at 3 a.m., I'll get up and I'll help you.
Yeah.
No, we're good. I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. We've been working on keeping our shape defensively, and working on our passing. Our passing could be better, but we've got I've got a team that's pretty young, I think, compared to the other teams in the league. So
Did I tell you what is the most important skill in football?
I don't remember if you did or not.
The first touch. First touch is your most important skill.
Is Soccer say he's from Terre Haute?
Yeah. By the way, I thought
we're literally.
So what I mean is that just get them against the wall and work on their first touch. That will improve everything else as well.
Yeah, doing rondos has been good. We've been doing a lot of rondos, and
rondos are amazing.
Yeah, that's been helping a lot. So
it's as close as you can get to the real game scenario in practice. It's rondos.
Yeah. Rondos have been great.
Nick's going, hey, good night, buddy. Good to see you, Nick. Good to see you.
Hey, Nick.
Good to have you in there. By the way, I thought that the most important thing was halftime oranges, but what do I know? All right. And Aaron, by the way, Aaron, obviously, Ivan's in the Discord. Kieran's in the Discord, too.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime, man. Kieran, you one of the last outs before we chat off. We'll shows tomorrow, but the next day, if you want to pop in, we're always welcome, buddy.
Yeah, of course. Been good fun despite my frustrations towards Newport. I didn't even talk about the fact that our manager's miserable and 90% of the team's injured. I didn't even get into that.
Are you guys going to fire your manager? Or are you going to keep?
No, I
don't think it's manager's fault, to be honest.
I saw the question earlier, and it's a really, really good point. It's already. I say it's a good question. It isn't, because the answer simply is no. But the fact that it's a debate now is terrible, because throughout the entire season, we've all been behind the manager, behind the players. We've understood the circumstances. I was talking so much back in August and everything about the fact that this club is on its way downhill very quickly, because we can't, the way football goes at the minute, you can't sustain fan ownership and not having massive funds into the club. We understood the worries because we lost so many good players and didn't bring in world beaters when we looked at them on paper. But the fact that we've got up to 55 points, we were in consideration and contention for playoffs, and all this other stuff was remarkable. But ever since, of course, we've lost these 5 games in a row, that I think there's the right reason to potentially question why he's not rotating with the options he's got, and why he's not changing things up, and at least allowing some of the youth players to be, as he says, drip fed into the squad, which he's been doing recently. But the fact of the matter is, what other manager in League Two would have done better than him with the lowest budget, losing all those players? Like, you can go onto our transfer market or whatever bloody is, whatever the website is, and look at the players we lost. Mickey Demetriou, he's in contention now to get promoted with Crew. You talk Aaron Lewis, he plays for Mansfield regularly. All these other players that are in contention for promotion. And now we've got some fans, and this is probably the part that's really kind of tipped me over the line to borderline insanity. It's that some people are now demanding that he gets sacked. And no matter what you say, no matter what you kind of try and justify with all the basic logic and the terms that, a normal human looking at Newport from the outside in would be able to understand and would be able to agree with, they end up becoming really entitled and saying, like, somebody said to me, I shouldn't be allowed an opinion on my club because I didn't support them when we lost in the playoff finals, or I didn't go to games regularly, which apparently merits you sacking a manager who's overachieved in every single merit. And we've now got new ownership and potential to actually build more foundations next season, and so on and so forth. And one of them wants Scott Bennett, who's been at the club for like 8 years and seen all of the highs and lows, and apparently he's not good enough anymore, even though he's played like every game this season and he's been good. It's bizarre to me. He shouldn't be sacked. It is the short-term answer, but the thing that's annoyed me so much is it's a very small minority. It's probably about 5, 6, 7 that I've seen that have said it. But the fact it's even being suggested and it's even a question now infuriates me, because I think Graham Cochrana's my favourite ever manager that I've seen in terms of managing our club under circumstances. I think he's brilliant, but somehow fans have become entitled because we've had this really good run where we were talking about playoffs and we did well against United. It's that term, isn't it? Certain people only support the club in the good times and immediately demand change and demand everything to change and completely go hits up and restart when it starts becoming poor. So as much as I have vocally said my frustrations, even on here, I've said it on Twitter and everything. Also, I apologise I've taken so long with this. I just want to word it in the best way I can. I'm really, really proud of this team and where it's come and where it currently is and the ambitions we've got in the future. And for me, I wouldn't want any other manager at my club. I think he's perfect. He really understands what we want to do and what we've wanted to achieve for many years. And by God, if I just see us get promoted once, that's enough for me. That's it for me. You know, like football, as much as I laugh and say it's a frustration and make all these jokes for the sake of entertainment, I don't know where I'd be without it, as sad as that may sound. I got into the game when I was in a very low point, and I'm still not quite out of that slump yet. But football, being able to chat to you guys, being able to interact with everyone in chat and all the people that I've met over social media and X and whatever else you want to call it over the past especially year or so has been really, really heartwarming. I'm really grateful for you all and me being able to come on and chat about Rees-Zammit when we're on a football chat. It was really weird to me.
I get it. We all get it. It's football. It's life. But more importantly, like, I think football is the equalizer. You can go anywhere in the world and say, who do you support? And you can start a conversation. And that's why Ann and I started the Local Pundit. My wife and I started Local Pundit. You know, to meet people like you, Aaron, Ivan, and Ken, and Psych Soccer, all these Ruby Slippers, everybody, Drew, everybody, to have that. So, you know, this is a space where we all come. Yeah, we obviously focus on Wrexham as a whole, but you know, we are the Local Pundit because there's other things to have conversations about, and more importantly, we care about each other, and that's what I want this to be about. And you know, to me, it's not about views or money or merch or whatever. It doesn't care. Like, I want us all to have a good time and be here as friends and have a place that we can all feel comfortable. That's why the Discord and everything else we're doing is important. That's why. So whatever you need, man, and talk about whatever we can talk about. Newport County losing 5 on the trot, -9. It's all good. We're always here and just have a good time and make each other laugh even when we're down. And you guys help me out. If we can help you out in the same respect, we're here for you, man. So you're always welcome. Just not that green shirt anymore. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Like I said on the Discord too. We're gonna need next year. We're going up, so we're gonna need a League 2 correspondent. So that's you.
Sure.
Like you're.
Well, you're quite fortunate. Even if we do go up, I think I've become almost glued to the fact that no matter what division you put in, I will always see us as a League 2 club because we've been there for so bloody long. So I'll always keep track of League 2, regardless of what division you put in.
Yeah. Well, you are, you know, like I said, we talked about maybe we'll figure out something for next year. But dude, it's good to have you on, and season's not over. And you know what? Football is life. You know what I mean? But we're all
football is life. Even though we've lost 5 on the bounce, I've decided to put Bradford.
We're a high. Actually, a high.
Yeah, no, we will leave in a high. Really weird. We we play a game on my birthday, which is quite exciting. Second to last game, last home game of the season.
When's your birthday?
The 20th of April, 9 days time. Which is a Saturday because we play on Saturday.
We gotta do something.
Hold on, I'm actually gonna put it in my calendar.
Which is really weird, and this is why I'm even more grateful for football. The only reason I know what day of the week it is because I go, there's football on this day, and that it's this date. So if I just subtract, it's this day. So it confuses me every now and again when we have midweek matches, especially when we play on Monday because of postponements. But there we are.
K-Ron's birthday. It's in my calendar. There you go. Put it in there. K-Ron's birthday on the 20th. Ruby Slippers, I'm putting it out there because you're the most responsible person in this. Now that Stacey is on the bed. So there you go. All right, let's rock that out there. K-Ron, we love you, buddy. It's good to have you on, and happy early birthday.
Good to chat, guys. Good to chat. Really appreciate it. Take care.
Go to bed.
It's 4 a.m. I didn't even notice. All right. Yeah,
it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. Next season is coming, and look, you're the managers of the club and everybody who's in charge. They're not idiots, so don't worry. It will be all right.
I didn't even know it was 4 a.m. until you mentioned the time.
I'm going to be de facto big brother. Okay, you're going to bed. K-Ron, on that bombshell, you are out. There you go. I love him. That's so good. K-Ron, we had to put K-Ron to bed. That's it. It's good. By the way, Drew, you got the pocket shirts right here. By the way, Drew, pocket shirts are right there. Just FYI. So there you go. Drew does whatever. Okay. Aaron, please hit up Ivan to help out with the kids. Maybe
I have.
You got a clipboard. You got Ivan out there.
My pleasure.
Hey, all that stuff.
What's funny? I sent him a picture of my whiteboard, and I had like my stuff set up, and immediately he just calls me. He calls me on Discord. He's like, "This is easier. Let me just start talking." And we probably talked for 45 minutes, almost an hour. And he's just reeling things off. This is what we need to do. This is what you got to do. It was awesome. It was great.
Put him on screen time or whatever else, and then be like, hey, this kid, he's terrible.
This kid stinks.
You don't sort your shit out. I'm getting on the plane. You just wait there.
You'll be like, oh my days! Yeah, is that a black Metallica? Is that black album? Is that a Metallica black album? Me or Ivan? It's probably Ivan. I don't know. I don't have a black album. But K-Ron said yes. Like I do share my birthday. Oh jeez. All right. Yeah. All right. That's God. Aaron, good to see you, brother, and good to have you in, man. We'll see you during the week, and we'll see you on the weekend. Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, brother. Get some rest. Good luck to you, man.
See you guys.
See you, bro.
All right, big eye.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
That was good, man. That was good.
Sorry, no. This is the Elwood t-shirts that we're working on. He said pocket shirts there to get the logos on. This is Elwood. I wear them every day, but these are the pocket shirts that I want to put our logos on.
They are awesome, man. They look awesome.
All right, last words on you. I'll kick you out.
Yeah, well, going back to the original topic of the conversation, congrats to Parky. Yep. Here's to finishing the season well. And despite everything, we do appreciate him. And we are going up. We are going up. We are going up. We are going up.
Right. See you tomorrow, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Thanks, Joshi.
Good to talk to you. That's my guy.
See you later.
All right, but that's a lot. I got a lot more to say. It's so good. All right, later. He's probably got a work day to go to because he's on different hours than us too. Aaron says, "Psyched you live in Terre Haute. Awesome. One beer down." I love Ruby Slippers. She's so good. Survivor has just started. So I'm out. I think either will be good. Contestant. We last about 4 minutes. It'll be like, I need a beer. I need an absolute beer. What else is going on here? do those shirts come with sleeves? Or are they already tailored? I mean, no, you gotta just, we just a little bit. Yeah, it's all, yeah. Well, they're unisex. They're unisex shirts. Soccer says, sorry, just giving shout out to LB's old school. Yes. Kieran UTC says, forever part of Graham Coffin's Amber Army, continually until I die. Yes, and continue to as an honorary Wrexham supporter. What else is going on here? Okay, gotcha. I live about 30 minutes in Terre Haute. Yes. I don't Psych Soccer. Are you in the Discord? If you're not, I'll drop it in. Get into the Discord because all these conversations can happen during the Discord, which would be great. Let me see if I can get this up for you. Let me see. I'm gonna put in the chat. You can, Josh, you roll the smokes on it. Yeah, whatever. I roll the smokes on that sleeve. Yeah, 1952 just called and said, they want me back. And I'm gonna put in the Discord. Get into the Discord. There you go. That's the Discord. Okay, that was an hour and 35-minute show. Fun. There's about 50 people in here. I know a lot of people are sleeping. Let me get some work done here on the end here. I know Two Beards Down. Wait, that's another pod. Yeah, the Two Beards guys, whatever. They're good guys, and they have actually got a good promotion for them, and that was really good on them. I think they got signed to something, so good on the Two Beards guys. They're great. Go watch them. Go support them. It's been fun. Go get me. Gotta go get my supper. Yep. Peace out, John Hampton. There's my guy, John Hampton. My smokes are up there. Well, that was a show. Yes, says Ken. Yes, Ken. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're well. No, I'm not. I'm a little ignorant on that. Need some help. Thanks. Sign up for Discord, get involved in it. Everyone's talking all through the week. All the channels are on there. Red Horde's on there. Racecourse Rambles on there. Myself and all the people, about 55 people in there. And we're actually, growing. K-Ron and his knees are in there too. So yes, it's awesome. When are you streaming next? Tomorrow, of course. We do it every day. We're live every day. God, we're live every day. The missus is going away on Sunday and she's going to Argentina on a work trip. So I will be all alone next week, but I'm live every day because I'm the local pundit, I guess. Later, everyone. Good night. Josh, even though we had to listen to Ruby Crush on a Welsh, I know. He is handsome, though. Got to give her that. The Football League, Wrexham Go. Yes. Hit the link from Josh. Psyched. Ken, good to see you, brother. Good shows. Hugh, go to bed, my guy. I miss you. I thought you were going to come on tonight. What time? Tomorrow night, 6 o'clock. Why, you want to come on, Ruby? As long as you have a camera, you're always welcome on. I'm just kidding. Come on, whatever you want. So probably about 6:30. Easy from there. Sounds like the bee's knees. I have to check it out. Yes, in there all the time. It's a lot of fun. The bee's knees. I can read dyslexia because I am dyslexic as well. All right. Wrap that up there. Racecourse Ramble. Matt had a show earlier on today. Go watch it. It's a great show. Does it every Wednesday. Also, Matt is running in a race. If you don't follow the Racecourse Ramble, he's a great follow. Matt is running a race on the weekend. He's going to go to the game for charity. He's doing the Manchester Marathon. So he's probably not going to make it to an hour and 40 minutes into this, but go follow and support Matt. He's running for cancer for the marathon on Sunday. So that's awesome. We will be doing shows live the rest of the week. We will be doing the watch along, maybe doing a build up to. We will, what Sheldon did is something I'm going to look into for next year for sure. But anyways, so do that. Red Horde's in there. Go follow Red Horde. He and I talk all the time. He's got his own watch alongs. Go support him. Drop that in there. And what else is going on? Dazzle is around. Go support Dazzle. But and his podcast as well. A lot of good stuff happening. Drop a like on it. Appreciate all of you. Get involved in the Discord, and also we do have memberships and things going out, and that's a lot of fun. So this is great. So yeah, I will see you all tomorrow at some point. Wake up, fans! Sorry I'm late. Carol in HR, I'm just shutting it down. Carol in HR, I'm just shutting it down. Carol, oh man, I'm just shutting it down. Carol, yeah. Carol, we did about 90 minutes. You missed Falcor, you missed Ruby Slippers, you missed Ivan. Ivan said positives about Parkinson. The point of the show tonight was keep pushing. That Parkinson was going to keep us all keep pushing. So, Jesus H. All right, you watch on the replay, but Carol, my guy Carol, he's been here from the start. I met Karen, so psyched. Okay, Carol, you missed it all. Yeah, go watch it on the replay. Okay, so here, stop messaging. I can't keep up. I'm trying to get out of here. He was born without kneecaps. I was watching Fallout on the while doing chores. I did chores tonight. Ruby came in and gave a lovely speech to Kron, and I went and I folded the laundry. I brought up the trash. I poured producer Ann another glass of wine. But yeah, and Ivan, he did his thing. A horse died tonight on Never Ending Story, apparently. So we had a full thing. Ivan didn't have a shirt on at one point. Yeah. Love you too, brother. Love you too. I wasn't told there was a point of the show, Carol, so don't judge me harshly. It's always a point of the show. I know, kind of. There's always a point of the show. All right. I'm going to get out of here. I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to do a Thursday show, Friday night. Friday night's a pregame show. Saturday morning, we're doing the live watch along, the post 90s, and then we're going from there. So on that bombshell, I will see you all later.